What up, guys? This is Caterpie TCG doing a Zoropod deck profile. I can't remember if this is Pablo Mesa's list or Magnus Collins' list. I think this is Pablo's list because it looks more like that one than I remember it looking like the other one. I'm not sure though. But yeah, for Zorua, you want to use just Zorua because you can use Ram, which can actually hit for big numbers on Dawnwing's Necrozma GX occasionally. And Trevenant. I guess Trevenant's a decent deck right now. For Zoroark GX, Trade is a wonderful ability allowing you to discard a card from your hand and draw two. Once per turn, obviously, but it stacks up when you have multiple Zoroarks in play. And then one Riotous Beating GX. I mean, not GX, that would be awful. Riotous Beating does 20 times the number of your Pokemon in play, so generally doing 100 to 120 damage. Also has Trickster GX, but that's bad and can't use it. So, don't need to talk about that. 3 Wimpod with the ability Wimp Out. I love this ability. It allows you to basically retreat this on the first turn. So if it's your active, it's kind of a pain in the butt, so you can retreat it. 2 Golisopod GX. We have First Impression, which is the main attack you want to use. If it was on the bench and became active, it does 120 for 1 grass energy, which is very good. Also has the attack Armor Press, which is 100, and it takes 20 less. I love that attack. You don't use that in this deck as much as you do in like Golisopod Garbodor and like Golisopod Gumshoe's Auxiliary, but still a very nice attack. And then Crossing Cut GX, very, very nice attack, which does 150 damage, and you can switch. With a Choice Band and a Kukui, which there is Kukui in this deck, it does 200, which allows you to knock out things like Buzzwole GX, which is very useful. Crossing Cut, I feel like, is more of a defensive move, personally. I've played a lot of Golisopod decks. Most of my CP this year has come from Golisopod Garbodor. But yeah, basically Crossing Cut is generally a defensive maneuver, so that you don't get killed. I mean, they can still Guzma it up, but like, whatever. It's harder to knock it out with a Guzma than it is just to knock it out. 3 Leles. Wonder Tag is a wonderful ability. Wonder. That allows you to get supporters like Guzma and Brigette. Well, any supporter, but those two are the main ones that you usually find yourself getting. Also has a attack energy drive, which is usable but not great. It does 20 times the number of energy attached to both active Pokemon. And it does not hit for weakness or resistance. 2 Mew EX has the attack ability Versatile, which allows you to use attacks of basically anything that, as long as you have energy for it. And then, yeah, it's not bad. It hits Buzzwole for weakness, which is the main point of it. So you can use like Riotous Beating and hit them for weakness. And then 1 Tapu Koko. This is a really good card. A, it has Sphere Retreat. B, it helps like Ho-Oh matches. And C, Flying Flip is just good in general because it allows you to spread damage, which allows you to get KOs easier. 3 Brigette. Brigitte's an awesome supporter where you can get your basics out faster. You want to usually get us out with Lele first turn. 3 Guzma. This is really just to... Well, actually, no. It has 2 uses. A, you can hit whatever you want on your opponent's side of the field. But you can also bring up your own Golisopod GX, which allows you to get 120 damage out of it for 1 energy. 3N, just a great draw supporter. And even if you end yourself to like 1, as long as you have Zoroark GXs in play, it's not that bad. 2 Acerola, mostly so that you can heal your Pokemon, and not let them die, but also it allows you to reuse Golisopod GX, the First Impression. Generally, I would always keep, if you're using Golisopod, I would generally always keep a Wimpod on your bench so that you can do the Acerola play if you have to. Unless they're just going to be one-shotting you no matter what, and then that doesn't really matter. 1 Cynthia, 1 Sycamore for draw support, one Kukui, which isn't really for draw support. You do draw cards, but the main reason you want to use it is for the damage boost. It adds 20 damage, so it allows you to hit numbers like knocking out a Lele, one-shotting Buzzwole GX, things like that. Also, it helps your numbers a lot once you use Tapu Koko a bit, just because it allows you to essentially one-shot things sometimes. It's not really one-shot because they have damage on them, but it's sort of a one-shot. One Mallow just to get whatever you want from your deck. Just a nice card. Comes in useful a lot when you need to get the last couple cards for game that aren't supporters. One Parallel City. Mostly to limit your opponent's bench. One problem that I do have with Parallel City that doesn't happen too often, but is a pain in the butt when it does, is sometimes you can attack with Golisopod for game, except that your damage is reduced by Parallel City. So sometimes you need to think ahead with Parallel City and make sure that you're not going to end up screwing yourself over and not have a field blower to win. 4 Ultra Ball to get your Pokemon out faster, especially Lele in early game. 4 Puzzle Time to get back the cards that you used for trade, and also let you discard it for Ultra Ball and things. 3 Field Blower. You might want to take out a Field Blower for a Delinquent. It sort of depends on the meta, but I like Delinquent instead of a 3rd Field Blower personally. This is a little bit supporter heavy, so maybe not, but I think it's okay. 2 E-Hammer. Great card for discarding your opponent's special energies and sort of stalling. It's not really stalling, but like not allowing them to attack for a few turns. 2 Choice Band. Just to increase your damage, like I said, allows you to hit some big numbers occasionally. 1 Evosoda. In this deck, you really just want Evosoda instead of Timer Ball. You don't really need to evolve a lot of Pokemon at once. And you don't really need to focus on an ability that is used when you put it down. So, Evosoda is probably a better option in this deck than Timer Ball. 1 Counter Catcher, which is pretty nice. It just allows you to... I mean, it's Counter Catcher. And you're often behind on prizes, so it's extra useful. This is what allows you to target your opponent's Leles, and knock them out. Pretty nice, nifty card. Also, 1 Float Stone, just to retreat. Never attach this to Tapu Koko, because that's bad. 4 DCEs, just to use, really just to attack. And then 3 Grass, really, just to attack. So this is Zoroark Golisopod, a pretty nice deck. Got 2nd in Sheffield and 1st in the Mexico City Special. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And you'll see more deck profiles soon.